Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jimmy Yeomans, and tonight's video I'm going to talk about the death of the man of God, okay? And this come to me at a time it really almost scared me into complete obedience. I mean, nobody's going to be completely obedient, but I damn sure tried after God gave me this. Ooh-wee, so stay tuned to the end. But to start this off, I'm going to go to Leviticus chapter 26, okay? In the blessings and curses of obedience, God says that he will send wild animals and he'll rid the land of the wild animals, okay? So that means if you're good, he'll get rid of the wild animals. If you're bad, he's going to put them in the land, okay? Now, in Jeremiah chapter 5, he tells you the wild animals, okay? It's the lion, the wolf, and the leopard, all right? Now, if you look around, they're in every city everywhere, okay? I've done the, research. I'll tell you the first one, the lion, which is going to be in this, okay? They're in every city. Think about what rules in numbers and takes things by force. You got it, okay? But we're going to start this off. It's in 1 Kings chapter 13. And it says, a man of God went from Judah to Bethel by the word of the Lord. He's doing what God tells him to do. And Jeroboam stood by the altar. The two first things that he says here, I love, okay? He's doing what God says, and he's going after the king who set up false idols. He was scared the people would go down to Jerusalem and worship at the temple and not come back up to Judah. So he set up 2 gold calves for them to worship, okay? And they're worshiping these things thinking that it's God, and God don't like stuff like that, no matter what it is. Back then it was a gold calf. Today it could be music or, whatever. Anything above God, your job, your kids. Just saying, guys. All right, but this next part's pretty cool too. But this was Jeroboam, who was right after King Solomon, okay? And he starts calling out prophecies about Jesus. All right, you know he's close to God. All right, if he starts hollering about Jesus way back then. But he says, oh, thus says the Lord, behold, a child, Hosea by name, shall be born to the house of David. Okay, he's talking about Jesus. All right, so basically Jeroboam, he told Jeroboam, you need to take the daggum altars down, man, because God's, not happy about it. So Jeroboam goes to throw him in jail, and God withered his hand up. You know what I mean? Right away, he withered his hand up. It says, and he gave a sign, saying, this is the sign in which the Lord spoken. Surely the altar shall split apart, and the ashes shall be poured out. Okay, so that gold altar was about to split in half, and all those ashes were about to go everywhere. So it came to pass when King Jeroboam heard the saying of the man of God who cried out against the altar in Bethel, that he stretched out his hand from the altar, saying, arrest him, but his hand withered, showing that God's there protecting the man of God at that time. All right, at that time. Okay, so after Jeroboam sees all this, he's just like, oh, okay, I give up, I'll do what you say. And he says, but come on back with me. And the man of God says, you couldn't give me your house for me to come back with you, because God told me I couldn't go back that way, none at all. All right, he's being obedient. God told him, don't go back that way, no way, no how. Okay, so the king asked him to go to his house, and he says, but the man of God said, if you were to give me half your house, I would not go in it with you. That's what he said to him. So he's pretty not going back with Jeroboam, okay? All right, this video is going to be a little bit longer, but we're getting to the point. But the one that actually tricked him come up to him and said, I am a prophet like you, okay? Meaning it was another church member for us today, okay? And they kind of trick you in ways, real subtle stuff. And he lied to him. He said, I'm a prophet like you, and an angel come down and told me that it was okay for you to go back and eat with me. And he says, oh, okay, is that what happened? So he goes back and he eats and drinks with him. But then as he's leaving, okay, it says, so it was after he had eaten bread and he had drunk, that he saddled a donkey for him, he saddled the donkey for him, the prophet who had brought him back. When he had gone, a lion met him in the road and killed him, and stood by it, and stood by the donkey, showing it wasn't hungry. He just killed him just because he was disobedient. But check this out. The lion, this is the lion now. So if you fast forward it to today, that's telling me that if I go back and start hanging out with the people that I was hanging out with before, once this mission starts and things start going the right way and change starts happening, that if I go back the right way, I'll be killed by the ones I'm trying to help.